I want to turn to the specific motion that we are debating here today. Earlier this month, our committee, led by the Conservatives, supported by the other opposition parties, passed this motion calling upon the government to implement visa-free travel for Ukrainians fleeing Putin's war machine. Unfortunately, Liberal members voted against this motion, going on record with their opposition to allowing Ukrainians coming into Canada. Indeed, the Liberal member from Surrey Newton summed up Liberal opposition to this at the March 1st committee meeting when we were discussing this. This is what he said, I quote, "Liberal members who are concerned about the security, concerned about bad people coming to Canada if there is visa-free entry. This is not going to go well, so please consider that and do not support this motion," end quote. And remember, we're talking about women and children. Men aren't even allowed to leave Ukraine. Honestly, this is just a smokescreen for their government to slow down the process and keep people out. I know this because I asked the Minister of Immigration directly about security concerns for Ukrainians coming into Canada when he came to the committee at the following meeting. Specifically, I asked him if the biosecurity checks that are being done at our embassy in Warsaw, Poland, would add extra processing time to the applications. His answer was that it takes only a few days and added negligible time to process the Ukrainians. This is simply not true. The reality is it's adding up to 6 weeks to the process. It is so bad, in fact, that the Toronto Star reported Polish Prime Minister had to take Canadian media aside during our Prime Minister's trip to Poland to underscore his frustration that these refugees were not being cleared through our embassy in Warsaw. When the Polish Prime Minister needs to complain about the lousy job the Liberals are doing, something is clearly wrong. The Conservative solution is simple. Do the security checks when these individuals arrive in Canada. These are women and children. The risk is very low. What does our Conservative solution accomplish, Madam Speaker? First and foremost, it allows the people fleeing the war zone the opportunity to come to Canada in an expedited manner. Back in Saskatoon, as I talk to people that have family on the ground in Ukraine or Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, or wherever they may be in Europe, the stories they are telling me are of massive delays at Canadian embassies and consulates to get paperwork done. And that paperwork is for visas. It is to get the so-called biometrics done. Basically, it's fingerprinting and criminal record checking, but on a larger scale and against a global database. Conservatives absolutely understand the need to keep undesirables out of Canada. However, we can do these criminal checks in Canada. Remember, we're talking about women and children. Canada can do better.